Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Saturday, probably, Smackdown. We are here from Columbus, Ohio for this edition of Smackdown. I have been out of the country for an entire, well, near enough a week, and you wouldn't have a clue, except for the fact that the thumbnails were shit, and except for the fact that I managed to balls up the upload schedule as well. But anyway, I'm here, my voice is dead, we'll gloss over that part and focus instead tonight on the matches that we've got coming up for you. We are going to be kicking off the show with that one right there, Kevin Owens against Rusev. Both men in their own right, looking for that momentum, looking for that big win really, and that is exactly what I think both of them can pull out here tonight. Owens kind of stuck in limbo on SmackDown, needing a way out, and Rusev needing that crucial win that could send him all the way up to that top of the ladder and to that Money in the Bank briefcase when the pay-per-view comes around. Is this going to be the win that can help us solidify seeing that man as a future WWE champion? We will find out when we get the show underway. But then we're going to move on to our main event. Once more, the roadblocks being set up to try and harm Brock Lesnar, to try and stop him getting towards Bobby Fish ahead of their match with Money in the Bank. The world's strongest man, Mark Henry, is in the way for this one, and he will look to try and make sure that Brock Lesnar cannot get to Money in the Bank. I wish him the very best of luck, but after what we saw last week with Lesnar obliterating and walking through Roman Reigns as if he was nothing, I feel as if the same may be up for Mark Henry here tonight. Bobby Fish, of course, still not here and won't be seen until Money in the Bank. So that being said, let's get things underway. Let's go to Kevin Owens against Rusev. And now we are getting things underway. SmackDown finally here. Finally back behind the scenes of 2K17 Universe Mode, the only dead channel that needs to quit YouTube. It's really not, but we're going to go with that for now anyway. And here comes Kevin Owens anyway towards the ring. A man who, as I said, has been struggling to just get his name out there, to do anything as of late. It's been sad for Kevin Owens, because while he's been failing, his Future Shock stable has been providing some good offense. They haven't been getting the wins, but at least they've been getting the names out there. And Owens, meanwhile, he's just there. That's all Kevin Owens is. He's just there. And I never ever thought we'd be saying that about a 4-time WWE champion, a former Intercontinental champion, and a former Mr. Money in the Bank. This is one of the most successful superstars, not just in SmackDown, but in this universe as a whole. And this is where he is. It's honestly devastating to think that through, but these are the things that happen, I suppose, as time goes on, and he's getting pushed aside by the likes of this man, Rusev, who heads towards the ring, of course, with his lovely wife, Lana. Rusev qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder matchup a few weeks ago at the Great American Bash, defeated Jay Lethal in singles action to achieve that right, and now, well, since then, he's actually been going through quite a few names. I'm trying to remember who he defeated the last time I remember him beating Tyson Kidd, and post-match I think put the boots to him in the same way he may have done to Jay Lethal. No, I think it was the other way around. I don't think he put the boots on Tyson Kidd on that one. But nevertheless, Rusev has proven that just because his record does not speak for his, for the damage he can cause, that people in the Money in the Bank ladder match should overlook him. But of course, there is always that little bit of interest. There's that bit of, not really worry, but kind of suspicion as to who that 6th and final participant is going to be for that Money in the Bank ladder match. Of course, I don't know as the ECW general manager, the SmackDown committee don't know, and neither does the Raw general manager, Dauro Inallo. I still think it's an NXT participant, but I suppose we will find out a few nights from now when Money in the Bank rolls around. What an opportunity that is going to be for Rusev, Kenny Omega, Trevor Lee, Samoa Joe, and Triple H. All 5 of those men we know in the matchup, of course, and that 6th man, whoever that is, still with an incredible opportunity when there's only one Money in the Bank ladder matchup this year, and there's only one chance to cash in whenever you want. You are going to take it full force. You are going to go all the way to try and make sure that it's you who holds that briefcase at the end of the night, and you who can cash in on any champion you want for the next year to come. So that being said, what have we got here tonight on the final SmackDown before Money in the Bank? Well, let me take you through it. Following up after this, we've got a number one contenders matchup for the WWE Tag Team titles. The winners will fight the Revival 2 weeks from now for those WWE Tag Team titles. It's the Ascension going up against the Young Bucks. While the Young Bucks may have lost last week, and while we may not have seen the Ascension since Judgment Day, the SmackDown committee believes these two are the best possible team to take, well, the two highest ranked teams who could take on the Revival, and so have asked for this tag team matchup here tonight. Going to be an interesting one, I think. Two kind of different styles. You know, you got the high flying brash, almost ego offense of the Young Bucks squaring off against the high velocity, hard hitting, impactful offense that the Ascension brings to the table. Following up from that, we then got women's matchup for you. Ahead of a match this, a Money in the Bank against Winter. AJ Lee has got to prepare as the number one contender, and she will try and do just that here tonight when she goes one-on-one with a former challenger for the Women's Championship in Bayley. Can it be a big night for AJ Lee as it was last week when she became number one contender, or will the leader of the Hugger Nation be able to put the brakes on there being any rumors or any words about there being new SmackDown Women's Champion AJ Lee? We'll find that out. And then, due to what took place last week when Shinsuke Nakamura was scheduled to fight Kenny Omega for the, fight Ricochet one-on-one. But instead, one Kenny Omega came along, played spoiler on that matchup, made sure that one wasn't happening. No matchup for Nakamura and Ricochet. Took Nakamura out, left him out in the middle of the ring, and despite being, of course, in the Money in the Bank line matchup already, has indeed confirmed himself an opportunity at an Intercontinental Championship next week in our main event, regardless of if there is a new WWE Champion or not, regardless of even if Kenny Omega wins Money in the Bank and then cashes in on either Bobby Fish or Brock Lesnar. That will be your main event next week. But here tonight, he's got to try and build momentum with no Nakamura around. He's got to try and make sure that he is in the right mindset for both matches. Here tonight, Omega will go one-on-one with the man he was supposed to, Nakamura was supposed to face last week in Ricochet. And then, of course, our main event, as you saw, Mark Henry and Brock Lesnar. Last time those two men squared off was TLC, and boy, oh boy, was that one hell of a match. One hell of a contest to lay eyes on. Complete muscle mass in the ring, and we're going to be seeing it again here tonight. Henry going to have to go it alone. No Heyman in his corner because of the restraining order put in place. And the same, of course, has to be said for Bobby Fish this Sunday. I fucking highly doubt it's going to be uploaded on Sunday, whenever the pay-per-view rolls around, when he looks to make history. Focusing back on this matchup right now, very back and forth start here to this episode of SmackDown. Both men trading blows back and forth. Great DDT counter there, and I believe Owens is busted open by it. That may soften him up ahead of the accolade. I thought Rusev was about to go for it. It's not going to be the deadlift powerbomb there, or overhead powerbomb. Get ready for a lot of voice cracks, by the way, in this show. As I did say, my voice is fucked. So get ready for that. Once again, focusing on the head is Rusev, and that's the smartest thing he can go for. Great counter by Kevin Owens. Now, what will the four-time WWE Champion look for? Gonna take it up to that top rope. Owens gonna fly. Moonsault, and he nails it. Didn't go for the cover. Oh no, that's why. Lana getting involved now. Trying to help out her husband in the best way possible. Rusev now with an advantage from behind. Got the neck locked in. Oh my god. Damn near dropped Kevin Owens right on his neck, and that sets up Rusev for the accolade. Locked in on Kevin Owens, and the four-time WWE Champion in huge trouble and forced to tap out. Rusev with a huge win ahead of Money in the Bank. Is this the new Mr. Money in the Bank? If you were a betting man, you'd be in high tail, you'd be in a high mindset to actually bet on this man maybe at this point. Rusev has all the credentials needed now to walk out with that Money in the Bank briefcase. But as I've said before, on so many occasions, there's a difference between getting a pinfall and climbing a ladder to victory. However, will that momentum, will the fact that he stopped Kevin Owens from even hitting a signature maneuver on him be enough in Rusev's mindset to bring him forward to victory and bring him forward to that Money in the Bank briefcase? We will find out in just a few nights from now. I'm already feeling the hype ahead of Money in the Bank. But with that being said, we're going to move on to our next contest now. Tag team matchup. Who will fight the revival for those WWE Tag Team titles in 2 weeks? Will it be the Young Bucks? Will it be the Ascension? Let's find out. When you look at this matchup on paper, it's a little bit 50-50, but it's also a little bit not. And I know that sounds stupid, but when you think about it, the Young Bucks, for a while, weren't really anything to take seriously. You know, they were kind of a tag team just be used and abused, basically, on Smackdown. But then once Kenny Omega came into this universe, and once they started lining themselves up with him and becoming the Elite, they just started finding success and you know, more and more success and win after win after win. And now, you know, they're actually a credible team. But that being said, all those losses they've sustained, all the defeats in the past, do they have some kind of effect on the Young Bucks? And of course, with the dominance that the Ascension had over on ECW, you know, and the fact that it's pretty much carried over in some aspects onto SmackDown, does it mean that it's less 50-50 than we think it's going to be? Does it mean that we're looking at a potential Ascension walkover, and this is probably going to hurt? But does it look like the Ascension are going to be ready to, and I missed my cue, rise over their opponents and head to victory here tonight? It's really anyone's guessing game, and fuck, did that hurt? But I don't know. We'll see. Connor and Victor, last time we saw them actually was not Judgment Day, as I remembered. It was before the Great America Bash, when the Dangerous Alliance walked over them as if they were nothing on their quest to become the number one contenders for the tag team titles. The Dangerous Alliance wasted that opportunity, some could say, and the Ascension are going to prove that that opportunity should have gone to them. And 2 weeks from now, they will prove it will not be a waste, giving them the tag team title opportunity. Former ECW Tag Team Champions, the Ascension, two-time ECW Tag Team Champions, dominant in their first reign, and looking to do just the same here with their second one. But to try and get any of that, even a fledgling of that to start, they've got to go through the Young Bucks right here tonight. Let's see what'll happen. Crowd in Columbus ready for this one, as I think that's Nick Jackson, start things underway against Connor of the Ascension, and they get off to the best start. They don't run directly at the big man that is Connor. You are going to pay the price for that one almightily. Here goes the powerhouse of the Ascension. You'd maybe think that they would leave Connor in for second, and, you know, decide, oh, you know, Victor can do most of the work. He can hang with the Bucks early on, and then bring in Connor to do some big damage. But apparently that's not the mindset of the Ascension. They're kind of just going about it differently, I suppose. Nick Jackson going to take a full 50 there, but plenty of time to recover for Connor, and he did just that. Double-handed choke slam now. Oh, right, great counter there by Nick Jackson. Connor's reeling. Oh, no, he's not. He was reeling for about a half a second, and then was right back up to his feet. Down goes Nick Jackson, and we may see the first tag of the matchup here. Victor, tag made, here we go. What are we going to see the Ascension start off with? In a 3-point stance, as we've seen this one before. They prep up, and double shoulder tackles. Victor now in. As I said, you know, he's the one who can kind of hang with the Young Bucks. He's got a bit more speed to him, and from that, should he be able to kind of wear the Bucks down ahead of the, the eventual tag back in. Oh my God! Back suplex tombstone there by Nick Jackson on his own, and Victor certainly feeling the effects of that one. Backstabber now as Matt Jackson is tagged in. And now the Bucks seemingly in total control over Victor. Maybe this was not the way they wanted it to go when Victor was in the ring. You know, just try and wear down the Bucks, not get completely obliterated by them. Drop kick there by Matt Jackson. Victor in a whole load of trouble, and Connor can only watch right now as his tag team partner is virtually being picked apart by the Bucks. Super kick misses. Great job there by Victor. Overhead belly to belly. And this could be the opening for them. This should be the opening for them as well, but Matt Jackson does not allow that one. Running knee in the corner. And look at that by Victor. Strength there, and goodbye Matt Jackson. Face first into the mat there. Using his own momentum against him. And finally for the Ascension, Connor back in here. And here's the big man now going to work. Clothesline off that second rope and the little shimmy as well. Matt Jackson goes to take a moment to catch his breath and eats a double knee as his reward. Connor launches him back into the ring here. And now the Ascension. Gonna wear down Matt Jackson here. Gonna make sure that he can't make the tag into his brother and make sure that it's going to be a victory. Maybe Victor wore them down enough. Maybe he didn't. That is what we're about to find out. But right now, it's not looking that good. Pinned up against the corner is Matt Jackson. Does a great job to counter. Can he back suplex him? No, I think Connor was just playing along there. And now once more the Ascension, Connor at least, in total control. We've seen what a difference maker he can be in the past, and he's proving it right here tonight. Connor, after that flapjack, now looking to send him into the corner for the fall of man. Matt Jackson denies it. Great work there by Connor. Quick strike, and Matt Jackson's reeling. Matt Jackson now in a world of trouble. The Young Bucks in a world of trouble. One of the most dangerous tag team moves out there. The Ascension in place. Locked and ready to load. Fall of man. There goes Nick. Cover on Matt. This one should end it all. 1, 2, and 3. The Ascension are your #1 contenders, and they did it just how they like it. Cornering off the opponent, making sure that they stayed on their side of the ring. No tag to be made. And once they get that little moment where they think they can get an opportunity to get themselves in, where they think they have a chance of winning, that's when the big man, that's when the difference maker Connor comes into the ring and ends it all. That's exactly what happened there. 2 weeks from now, the Ascension will fight the Revival. Will we be seeing new WWE Tag Team Champions? My money says yes, I think. But we'll see. That's of course 2 weeks away. Maybe the Revival have something up their sleeves before then, but until then, we're going to move on to our next contest. Bayley against AJ Lee. Can AJ Lee, can the Black Widow build her momentum? Can she show that she is ready to hang with the best of the best in the Smackdown Women's Division? Or will Bayley play spoiler and make us realize we're in for another month of Winter's dominant display as she walks over this Women's Division and almost everyone within it? Time to find out. So let's see what can happen on the build-up to Money in the Bank, on the build-up to the Women's Championship matchup. Can Bayley, as I've said before now on a few occasions, can she play spoiler against, to help out a champion who she's already lost to in the past? We shall see right about now, but I think this is the first time we've seen her since the Great American Bash. Obviously, the Great American Bash was only, 3 weeks ago or something. Wasn't that long ago, but still, I mean, it is always difficult to bounce back after a loss, and that is exactly what happened to Bayley. All the people, all the crowd who were behind her heading into that matchup as well, and she just could not stop Winter. But, I mean, I'm not trying to say she failed. I'm not at all trying to say that Bayley's a failure for what she did, how she's useless for what she did either, but it just goes to show that no matter what you do, around here. You know, you are just not going to stop Winter. I think that's the main thing. You can be someone as tiny as AJ Lee and someone as big as Nia Jax. It just seems as if there is no one around who can currently stop Winter from achieving success, from achieving dominance, and becoming the unstoppable women's champion that she's already proven herself to be way ago. And she's trying to prove it again here in this reign. Already coming up close to 4 months as women's champion. Already looking to exceed her own reign in the past, which was something like 200 and... no, it wasn't 200. I think it was like 190 days, maybe. I'm taking a guess there. I'm hazarding a real big guess, but whatever it is, she is certainly looking to try and break it. And with the reign she's been on, having not lost, to the best of my knowledge, since she made a return to this universe, it's going to be difficult to try and stop her from achieving it. But that, of course, is what AJ Lee is going to be looking to try and, try and do. She's going to try and do the unstoppable, think the unthinkable. We'll see what will happen at Money in the Bank. And, of course, AJ Lee became the #1 contender following a triple threat last week. Once more, Nia Jax blew away her opportunity to become #1 contender and allowed AJ Lee to pin Sasha Banks. And that has resulted in AJ Lee finally getting that #1 contendership opportunity. Last time, actually, AJ and Winter squared off. AJ took the fight 100% to Winter, and it almost looked like at one stage she could have actually defeated the women's champion. Whether or not the same can be said for what will transpire at Money in the Bank, we'll find out, because it seems as if always in a big match situation, Winter is just able to turn it up to 11 and just go into, a zone that no one can match. Find something in her that no one can beat. Well, on SmackDown anyway. I certainly think that one Page over on Raw would have something to say regarding that, but you know what? They're both dominant women's champions, so maybe down the line we'll find out. Who knows? But as for right now, Bayley's been taking it to AJ off the start. The #1 contender's having a little bit of difficulty right now. Hurricanrana cover on Bayley here, looking to try and get a quick victory ahead of Money in the Bank. There's 2, and she nearly got it there. Bayley almost unable to kick out there. Kind of surprising, considering that's a move where you need a little bit of power over your opponent to, pin their shoulders down, and AJ isn't exactly that. But once more, she's going to go to the back here of Bayley. Try and make it more and more harder to execute some of those big moves she's known for, and especially that belly to belly as well, where your back and your core is needed a lot in order to gain the victory. Tilt-a-whirl. Hurricanrana there by AJ Lee. Very nicely done. Now what can the Black Widow look for? It's going to be sliced bread. Standing sliced bread for Bayley. Could that be the beginning of the end already? No, it's not. Bayley with the counter now. And with with AJ in the corner, who flips out of that monkey flip. Lands on her feet. Good God almighty. And now she's got her exactly where she wants her, in the corner. Another Hurricanrana for Bayley. Great moveset thus far by AJ being shown here. And AJ now in position. Shining Wizard. Cracked Bayley in the skull. May have knocked her out and may have guaranteed victory. No! Saw the ref's hand coming down there for 3, and Bayley got it up right at the end there. Fair play to her. But still, it's AJ in control right now. AJ Lee just kind of walking around Bayley. Great counter though by Bayley. Finally, back suplex maybe on its way. No, she's going to go after the leg. Shin breaker there. Or knee breaker. It seems more like that. I don't know. Bayley anyway in position. Ready to strike. Bayley to belly. Down onto AJ Lee. Is this the spoiler being played? No, it's not. It's not even a 2 count being heard. Incredible work there by AJ Lee. Still full of fight, but so is Bayley. What more will we see here? Double axe handle. And look at that counter by AJ Lee there. Saw it coming right away. Got out of it. And just stopped Bayley's momentum right in her tracks. Now can AJ Lee capitalize? Once more relying upon the drop toe hold. I think she's realized the Black Widow is going to take a hell of a lot to make her tap out. Is she trying to break in the Shining Wizard? There's a sliced bread. And Bayley could be done for right about now. Shining Wizard. Cover on Bayley to end this one for good. There's 2. There's 3. AJ wins in emphatic fashion as well. Is this the new women's champion? Well, we're going to be finding out in just a few days from now. But what a win that was for AJ ahead of a matchup against Winter. Oh, and speak of it, here she comes. Winter's here from behind, unloading with an elbow there onto the challenger. AJ Lee sent careening away there and in big trouble now. What will the women's champion look to do here? Fling around AJ's tiny body in comparison to her. Tilt-a-whirl DDT. AJ counters out of it. AJ fights her way out of it, and now she's taking the fight to the women's champion. Who would have thought that would have been on its way? AJ, DDT on the outside. Winter. She's reeling. The women's champion tried to get the jump on AJ and it's backfired. It's backfired horrendously. AJ now. Shining Wizard and Winter's down. Oh my word. AJ Lee stands atop the women's champion before Money in the Bank. The attack backfired and AJ may have her number. Winter's getting up to her feet, but good God almighty, has AJ Lee just broken the mean streak? Well, not broken, but has she dented the mean streak that Winter has going for her? Has she kind of chilled the scare factor of the women's champion? Well, we're gonna have to find out at the Money in the Bank. But my oh my, did I not expect to see that one. AJ Lee could actually walk out of Money in the Bank the new women's champion. We'll just have to find out. Anyway, let's move on to our next contest. Money in the Bank participant and also the man who will face Shinsuke Nakamura next week in the main event for the Intercontinental Championship. Kenny Omega goes one-on-one with the runner-up from the Cruiserweight Classic, Ricochet. We were saying last week about how this was a great opportunity for Ricochet to take on Nakamura, but it's also the same here tonight against Kenny Omega. King of the Ring, Money in the Bank participant, #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. All is going well for Omega, and speak of him, here he comes, refusing to wait in line, and finally getting the jump on Ricochet there. Had to get a bit of a run up for it, but he nailed him in the back there with that knee, and does it again. Ricochet down and in trouble right now as the 2017 King of the Ring goes after him. Ricochet, though, able to counter out of it. Now trying to take the fight to Kenny Omega. Trying to take the fight to who could be the future Intercontinental Champion. That, of course, is still waiting to be seen. Spin heel kick there, missed. And Omega gets countered on the ramp as well. These two just brawling, and this matchup hasn't got underway yet. Hurricanrana on the ramp. And Ricochet heading towards the ring here. He knows where he wants this match to be. He knows where the opportunity lies. It's in the ring, not on the stage. And Kenny Omega feels the same way about it. Rushing in shortly after him. Referee can finally ring the bell. We are underway here. And it's a drive-by kick by Omega. Oh, that is smart. That is very smart by the King of the Ring. Well, I mean, he did win it. He was obviously smart enough to win 3 matches in one night as well. And now here we go. We keep going here. Omega just taking the fight to Ricochet. And, of course, another win for Omega over Ricochet will be just as sweet because of his ongoing grudge that he has with Kevin Owens. You know, the fact that Owens has never been able to defeat Omega since his debut in this universe. And if he can defeat a member of his future shock once more, then Kevin Owens will just get more and more frustrated, which is exactly what Omega loves to see happen. He's doing a good job right now. Ever since we got in the ring, this has been mostly going to Kenny Omega, who once again goes to work on the back there trying to soften it up ahead of that one-winged angel. And if he's not going after the back, he's going after the legs there with another shin breaker. The more damage he does to that, to the legs and the back, the less effective Ricochet's going to be. Great counter there by Omega to get out of it. Spin kick in the gut, counter by Ricochet though. And now, can the runner-up in the Cruiserweight Classic go to work here? Oh, it's a bit of a dig at Chris Sabin is what it is. Cover now quickly thereafter by Ricochet, but it's an early one count and nothing more. Oh, what a kick in the back though by Ricochet. Certainly feel the rippling effect of that one. And oh, great timing there. And I think Ricochet timed it so badly. Couldn't pull out of the jump. He smashed his knees into the ropes there. Rock bottom, meanwhile, by Kenny Omega. Just firing shots away at anyone when he gets an opportunity to. Drop kick. Oh, okay. Interesting drop kick into shove shoulder into ring post. Very nice combo. And now Ricochet, though, lying in wait, got something in mind, and oh, leg drop. Guillotine leg drop. And Ricochet looking for the Pele. Sidestepped, though, by Omega. Had to think through that one fast, and oh, drilled him on the top of his head. The king of the ring there with great timing and great awareness, and now looking to capitalize. He's unable to, though. Ricochet stops him in his tracks. Hurricanrana there. And moves quickly into the cover now. Can he get the win off of it? Can he get a huge win? Nope, he cannot. Oh, what a kick in the back once more. Ricochet wants to go to the top rope. He's feeling it. He's feeling that trip up high. Could it be a 630 on its way? No, he's calling him up to his feet. Could be a cannibal sent on maybe. Could be something incredible. It's going to be a cannibal sent on. And Omega, though, still able to recover, but only temporarily. He got up to his feet, but he wasn't able to capitalize. Ricochet turns him around now. Oh, we've seen this one in the past by this man. Look out, Kenny Omega's chest. Drop kick right into it. Oh, we're getting jittery now. Omega countered, though. Ricochet stumbles and leaves the door open for a split second, but that is all that Omega needs. He's got him. One-winged angel, and Ricochet seems done for. Watch out, Money in the Bank. Watch out, Nakamura. Kenny Omega is coming for you. Kenny Omega is looking to beat you. Kenny Omega looking to make this perhaps one of the greatest weeks of his life. What a 2017 it would be for Omega if he was able... Oh, no, never mind. Here goes Omega. Jumps him at the start and jumps him at the end. Omega may be an incredible competitor, but he has no respect for anyone unless your name is Kenny Omega or the Young Bucks. Styles clash there. The match is over, but Omega doesn't care. Fireball punch there. And he's down. And now I think Omega mocking Ricochet there, pretending to be down on one knee. And here we go. Ricochet in trouble. In huge trouble. He felt it once. He's out on his feet. He has no idea what's going on. And another one-winged angel will wrap this one up for good. Is this your future, Mr. Money in the Bank? We'll find out in due time. But as for right now, he's got a microphone in hand and something to say. Man alive, does Omega. Love to big himself up. Look at him talking about his accomplishments. Mr. Money in the Bank, next Intercontinental Champion. Saying he is the pay... That's okay, that's a bit much. I mean, Omega, you've been great to Smackdown, but you've only been around here like a few months. What makes you think so highly about yourself? I don't know, but... saying that people are watching the Money in the Bank for you, it's a little bit hokey-cokey. This is what I don't get about Omega. I've said this before. Look at him there. Let me tell you what I want next. Just calm down. You've got Money in the Bank to think about. You got the Intercontinental Championship, and now you're saying you want the WWE Championship. Kenny Omega, have you officially lost all your marbles? Make you rich and make you my bitch. Omega, what the hell has gone into you? You don't make a threat like that. You don't threaten to make Brock Lesnar your bitch and get away with it. Omega, you are digging a hole so deep for yourself. Just take a minute. Calm down. You haven't even made it to this Sunday yet. And you haven't even made it to Nakamura yet. What makes you think that the WWE Championship is just there, gonna be right there for you? What if you lose 2 matches in the next week? Oh boy, who's gonna look like the bitch then? Omega, Omega, Omega. He just cannot keep himself still, can he? He cannot fixate himself to one place at a time. He's all, you know, he's Money in the Bank, Intercontinental Championship, all within a week. And now he's talking already about how he wants Fish or Lesnar. Calm down, Omega. You've only been here, less than a year. Just sit down, relax, take a breather, and then think about what you want to do. Don't just run after everything at once. What if you get everything wrong? What if you get everything possible wrong, Omega? What if you lose Money in the Bank, lose the chance to beat Nakamura? Then you're going to look like a bit of a tool. So I would wait until you start talking about the WWE Championship. But if he wins that Money in the Bank briefcase, he's not going to need that match. He'll just run in with that briefcase. He'll just cash in and he will just go for it. And knowing Omega, because the Money in the Bank ladder match, of course, is not main eventing, the fact that Fish and Lesnar is main eventing gives more rhyme and reason for Omega to just run in and cash in no matter who walks out with that WWE Championship, even if it's this man, even if it's the Beast, who looks set to try and win his 2nd WWE Championship. Brock Lesnar. Can anyone stop this man right now? Nakamura only slowed him down at the Great American Bash. Lesnar, without that Intercontinental Championship, has become more dangerous by the moment, has become more and more alive and more ready to fight with every passing day. And the fact that he finally, after a whole year of waiting, gets to get his hands against that man who betrayed him, against the man who took the WWE Championship away from him, it just makes it so much more sweeter for Lesnar. And that is why this Sunday is the most worrying day of Bobby Fish's life. Reigns won't be there. Henry, more than likely, won't be there. Heyman won't be there. And it's not a matter of fact that they won't be at ringside. They won't be in the building. Fish walks into that building with, instead of having his entourage accompanying him by his side, he walks in alone with just that WWE title. And then when that bell rings, he will find out truly how alone he is when he's squared up against that man. When he's face to face with the Beast. I don't know how Fish is going to make it out. He's done such an incredible job for the last 360, oh god, let me have 300, I think it's 361 right now he's on. No, 362 he is on. He has done an absolutely incredible job. No, 361, 362, of course, by the end of the day, but he has done such an amazing job of holding onto that belt. And it's just a matter of can he or, will he or won't he? And the honest answer is I don't know. That's what makes this so entertaining. And that is why you cannot afford to miss Money in the Bank. Just a few days away now. I can feel that hype setting in. Who's going to climb the ladder to victory? Who is going to win the World Heavyweight, the ECW, and the WWE Championship? We know actually 2 out of those 3. We know it's going to be Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins, but the WWE Championship, it's still a guessing game. Fish is outstanding. Fish is the greatest technical wrestler in the world. But it's the Beast. It doesn't matter how good you are. Brock Lesnar can just throw all that out the window in a femtosecond and march on to victory. And he's doing that right now with Henry. the second longest reigning WWE Champion of all time, is getting obliterated by Lesnar. There's 2 suplexes for his troubles on this matchup as Bayley gotten underway. Lesnar gonna just explode on Henry here. Not in that context, but he is just taking Henry and throwing him around like a rag doll. Welcome to Suplex City, and welcome to what could be Bobby Fish's resting place by the end of this Sunday. But look at how Henry still fights back. The muscle of this dangerous alliance. The bodyguard, the one who does the dirty work for Bobby Fish. Trying to stop Lesnar in his tracks, and man alive, is he just unable to. Look at the strength of Brock Lesnar. That's 440 pounds he threw around like a cruiserweight. F5 by Brock. Lesnar just slammed Henry down flat into the mat, and there is your win. What? No, it's not. Lesnar can hardly believe it, but Henry kicks out, and the matchup stays alive, much to the chagrin of Brock Lesnar. What a German suplex there. But the good thing is, Lesnar doesn't have to worry about anyone coming out to stop him. He wrote off Reigns at the end of last week, especially when he nailed him with the... oh God, what a running power slam there by Mark Henry, but especially with the post-match attack, he made sure that he wouldn't be here. And now, though, Henry's fighting back, headbutt into the ribs of Lesnar. No way. No way Mark Henry's going to be able to beat the Beast. Nope. Okay, never mind. Scrap that. It was nice to think that one through. But with no Reigns here to cause a run out, with Fish refusing to show up on Smackdown, it's all down to Henry, and he could do it right now. Mark Henry, world's strongest slam, countered by Lesnar. Lesnar let him have his moment, but Henry is still fighting. Henry's still giving it his all right now to try and dent the confidence of the Beast. Don't do that, Henry. Don't get confident. You faced this man before. You felt his wrath. Do not get cocky around the Beast, but my goodness, is Lesnar being tested here. But I think that's just down to the strength of Henry. I don't think Lesnar's showing any signs of weakness here. He's just trying to deal with Mark Henry, and he has just dealt with him. Job done. Wrap this one up. Good night. Thank you for coming. F5. And wouldn't you know it, it's all over. 2, 3. Whoa. Oh my God. I'm not too sure if Mark Henry has a death wish or not, but this is stupidity. Still trying to fight the Beast, and still actually being able to fight the Beast as well. Henry testing Brock here ahead of Money in the Bank. As I said, though, this isn't Brock showing weakness. He's not in trouble, I don't think. Henry is just a tough son of a bitch, and he's proving that right now. We're going to look for that power slam again. Lesnar having none of it. Back suplexes his way out of it. And Brock now gets to have his way once more with Henry. You think the suplexes are impressive. Watch this. Triple deadlift power bombs to the world's strongest man. That is amazing. That is such a feat of power. And then, when you hope it's all over, when you hope you get 1 second of rest, it's just not to be. Good night, Henry. A third F5 connects. Will this be Fish at Money in the Bank? We'll find out. But it's looking more and more likely with every passing day. Lesnar walks through Henry and may well do the same this Sunday. Has Bobby Fish just gifted that WWE Championship to Brock Lesnar? We are days away from finding out, and as the Beast walks away, soaking in his victory, he is not walking away. He did the same to Reigns last week, and he's going to leave another message to Bobby Fish using a steel chair on Mark Henry. The Beast is ready for this Sunday. The Beast is ready to go to war, and is the Beast ready to become WWE Champion again?